So the other day, I was reminiscing and thinking about the Halo Reach days, so I got on Steam and downloaded MCC and just queued up for some Team Slayer. And let me tell you, not a single game was easy. So I was like, okay, maybe Halo Reach, it's just that time of day, so there's just sweats on right now. So let's try some Halo 3. It was the same problem. Every match was just sweaty. To specify, when I say not easy, I just mean I had to either put a lot of effort to win or the other team completely destroyed me. Now, don't get me wrong, I know that having fun isn't about winning all the time, but is it wrong to say that not every match should feel like each team has $1 million on the line? This feels like a common trend with competitive games now. I understand competitive games are always going to be competitive, hence the name competitive, but I feel like this wasn't always the case. To give you a little bit of my history with gaming, I grew up playing games like Halo 3 and Halo 4 back in 2007, so I would consider myself an unk, like the kids would say nowadays. And gaming back then was never like this. Yeah, back then people, always wanted to win their games. People wanting to win is always going to be a thing. But I don't remember games back then being super sweaty. Every game now is full of tryhards and people sweating their balls off to win. And the problem with this, it's like a toxic cycle because if the enemy team is trying to win, naturally you're going to want to try to win too. So it's just a back and forth between who can try hard the best. And I do want to iterate that I don't think playing to win is bad or playing good is bad, but it just feels like every match of any competitive game feels like that, even in the casual game mode. Now, I do have some kind of idea of what probably caused it, and I think streaming is the main cause of it. Back then, everyone wanted to be a YouTuber, but that didn't really require you to have any skill really unless you were doing speedruns or some kind of game challenge. Now, you might say something like, well, clans existed back then. True, but clans were kind of a small thing, at least to me anyways, and I feel like people were more concerned with being like PewDiePie or Markiplier or something similar. I think around when Fortnite blew up and people saw Ninja was making tons of money from that, it made people more incentivized to try hard. Funny enough, Ninja actually got popular because of Halo, so I didn't know him until Fortnite. So back then, there was like an incentive to be good at a game, but I feel like it wasn't as much as it is now. I will acknowledge that a lot of my complaints about tryhards is that I just don't like that having to win takes a lot of effort, but I feel like a lot of people won't admit that. Like, yeah, I do want to win and not have to put so much effort. At least not every single game has to be like that. A good example of this is about 2 years ago, I got into Valorant, but I stopped playing a few months ago because, well, it's Valorant, but I swear every match felt like I needed to play my best. And you might be like, well, if you want to win, you gotta do your best. And you're not wrong, but I feel like that's why I just don't enjoy competitive games anymore. I say competitive, but even in the casual modes, these games still feel competitive. I just don't think every match needs to feel like you have $1 million on the line. It just gets exhausting and it gets to a point where even winning doesn't feel satisfying. But that's my thoughts on the topic. I want to know your thoughts on the topic. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.